It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New York. It's the Jaguars and the Jets. All that and more coming up next on EA.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. Now Young. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Now Young. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they'll send Judy in motion left. To throw, Young. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. To the air once more, Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Palmer, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a yard. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Out to the right here to Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Now it's Richardson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Richardson working from the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Joey Bosa from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Richardson. Looking for Austin. Intercepted. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Open man is Chase, complete. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Young now. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Young. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. Got a man open, it's Chase. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Richardson to throw. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. 4th down. Richardson out of the shotgun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Slot man moves right. Here's Young from the shotgun. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Richardson looking to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jonathan Taylor, 27 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Young to throw it.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Young will set to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Probably smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Young working out of the gun.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They run. It's Oliver. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Looking to throw, Young.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now Young. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Young.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now here's Young.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential match. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Young.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Young.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, Runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godwin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. This one completes Alec Pierce.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Back to throw, here's Richardson.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Richardson working from the gun.
Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. George Kittle, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Out of the gun, it's Young. That is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Young now. Open man. He completes it to Judy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
It'll be Young again. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Young to throw it. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Jets offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Here's Richardson to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Second catch in this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Now Richardson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He's got Slayton on the slant.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running left, Taylor.
He gets away from one. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a give to Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able to. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, 3rd and goal. Now it's Richardson.
Touchdown! Alec Pierce from 6 yards away.
And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Young will set to throw.
They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And Chase will go in motion left. Looking to throw, Young. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he will have a Jaguars first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Again, it's Young. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Young off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Christian Harris in there to drop him for a loss on the play. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Off the play fake, Young. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. To throw, Young. That's complete to Palmer. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Young. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete to Pierce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 43-yard line.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now Richardson. That is caught. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And the Jets are going to the Super Bowl as we say thanks for watching and good night. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.